and unidentified nerds and all nerds in between. It is Project Nerds Total Recast right here at the community stage.
Total Recast.
What do we do on Total Recast? We recast a movie that none of us want remade because the first movie was perfect. So today, what are we recasting? The Princess Bride. That's right. Perfection. We're going to bring it down a notch to semi-perfection, to not so much perfection, to a shit show.
No, we're just.
I think I have a good cast.
I think you can say that.
We can say that?
What are the? So let's lay down the ground rules.
Well,
Before
first, let's introduce ourselves.
Okay. Yes.
We should do that. We're going to start at the end.
I am Smurf. I am the podcaster and operator of 5280 Geek.
All right.
And the Colorado Ghostbusters.
Oh.
Figured I'd throw that in there this week.
And our Sub-Zero friend over here.
First of all, I'm rated. You should know that. You're my boss.
God of Thunder and Lightning.
All right. I'm Sarah Cosmama, cosplay_mama. I work with Project Nerd, and I like to do cosplays and make costumes.
Okay. And you, sir?
My name is Tyler. I'm a podcaster with the Project Nerd brand, and I'm here to make this as painless as possible.
I am Iggy. I am the founder and also a podcaster for Project Nerd. And again, what we're doing here, for those of y'all walking by, we are recasting The Princess Bride. These three lovely contestants next to me are going to pick who should play who in the new Princess Bride movie that we are not funding or greenlighting. But
Or
we know
should never
somebody-
exist.
Or should never exist.
But somebody will eventually do it.
There will be a GoFundMe that we start later this afternoon.
But it's not for this.
But it's not for this.
Right. And but we want you all out there to vote on who is giving us
Yes.
the best cast.
So this is audience participation.
Yes. And then at the very end, we also want to hear who you would cast for a brand new The Princess Bride movie. I should have put the, copyright issues maybe.
Copyright,
We shouldn't have
yeah.
put the song. It's a beautiful song.
It is a beautiful song.
It is a beautiful
It makes
song.
me want to take a nap, though.
That's fair. That's fair. So we're going to start right
Wow,
away.
we're starting right out the gate.
We're starting
hard,
right out of
going
the way.
hard.
We're going to cast Princess Buttercup first.
Oh.
Played by the wonderful Robin Wright, who we were talking earlier about actors that it's hard to, after they play a character.
Yes.
Robin Wright in House of Cards, it's hard to
not to
love
see
her as
her.
much as
Yeah.
just,
Like, wow, you are such an evil woman.
She was a great Princess Buttercup, though, beforehand.
See, right now, House of Cards was fine. Maybe just because I've seen it so many times, I still see her as Ma'am from Blade Runner 2049.
Okay.
Like, that's where I put her now.
That's fair, too. That's fair, too. Sarah, we're going to go to you first.
All right, so here's the thing.
Princess Buttercup.
I was wondering if I should go last for this one.
Do you want to go last?
Because my Wesley and my Princess Buttercup are actually a pair.
Oh.
Okay, so we'll let you go last on
We'll let you
Princess
go last.
Buttercup
Yes.
and then kick off
Also,
Wesley.
it's like the
Okay.
best. Like
Okay.
this is like save the butter.
All right.
Save the best for last.
Serpentine.
We'll
I
let,
like that. I'll
we'll
go
let you,
first.
sir, first start for
I'm
us.
kicking off with Elizabeth Olsen.
Oh, Princess Buttercup, Elizabeth. I see some head nods. I think
See?
you got,
Okay.
I was like, I was trying to do Gal Gadot, but she's just too aggressive. I don't think she could do Princess Buttercup like Elizabeth Olsen can.
I think at the end of
She's too
Multiverse.
I don't know. I don't know if
She's
you
too
see. I don't
aggressive?
see if you've seen Elizabeth Olsen's most recent movie. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
the
I mean,
aggressiveness
Elizabeth
is-
she
Olsen.
snapped.
Tones it
I mean,
down.
there's no mistaking that. But she started. She has a good progression, same as
I'm
Buttercup.
on board with
All right,
this
all
one.
right, all right.
I'm on board. All right, Tyler.
Okay, mine's going to be, I don't know. I feel like this one's almost like a cheater one just because she's been in just about everything recently. But
Elizabeth Olsen?
No,
No.
first thing that jumped to mind when I thought about this, I don't know. I waffled back and forth a little bit, but I'm going to go with Anya Taylor-Joy as my Princess Buttercup.
Oh, I mean,
Okay.
I mean,
Nope.
Queen's
It's gonna be
Gambit.
great.
That
Queen's
won't
Gambit
work.
for anybody who's not
Queen's
sure.
Gambit.
Yeah.
Split, The Witch,
Last Night in Soho.
Last
Yeah.
Night in Soho, she's fantastic in.
Yes. She's a
what's
great
that
actress.
Skarsgård film that she's in?
Oh, the Nightman, right? Or what is it? The
No, Northman?
Northman. She's
She's
the
in
Northman.
It's
The
great.
Nightman.
The
I just-
Nightman.
He fights
M.
Dayman.
Night
He
Shyamalan,
fights
Dum Dum Dum.
Dayman.
Yes.
Nightman does. All right,
I feel
Sarah.
I feel good about mine.
All right.
You can
Let
do
the
this.
woman talk.
And then we will
All right.
let you go
All right.
straight to Wesley.
All right. So my two, my princess, my bride recast for Buttercup and Wesley, I think should be, we'll bring it back, reunion, but this time happy story, Emily Blunt and John Krasinski.
Oh.
Oh, So think about it. There's that seriousness. We got that charm, and we're just gonna have a twist of like I think when they think about The Office, that could totally be like a whole new take on Wesley. Because I'm not here to make a remake. I'm here to make a reboot. I'm here to make money and get the producers cash.
I like it. I like it.
Wow, look at that. Mic drop.
Okay, so before we
All right.
move on with Wesley with John Krasinski, interesting pick. We've got some hands out in the audience. Everybody know how to use those? We can put them up here.
Just wave at us.
Making sure.
Hey,
Yeah.
look at the people in the
All
back.
right.
How you doing?
Votes for Elizabeth Olsen.
Elizabeth
as
Olsen as Princess Buttercup. Come on. Give me some love. Yes. See?
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Then second we had.
Yes. See, I got this one.
Okay, for Anna Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy, anyone? Come on.
Oh.
It's okay.
lame.
She's
Emily
great.
Blunt. Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt as Princess Buttercup.
Keep in mind, she is pairing him. We got a little teaser.
No,
She's
we
pairing
don't-
him with John
That's
Krasinski.
cheating.
With John
That's
Krasinski.
Cheating.
What's that cheating? That's called casting.
Looks like
That's
Elizabeth Olsen.
strategy.
What?
Elizabeth
Really
Olsen.
quick, was it-
Smurf
was
is
it-
on the board.
Yes.
Smurf is on the board. Thank you.
Elizabeth
Thank you.
Olsen. All right. Unanimous.
Unanimous.
All right. And then again, remember, keep in mind as we're doing these who you might think of, because near the end, we're going to ask you to step up to this microphone
Yep.
and give us your dream cast for a Princess Bride remake. That is going to eventually happen, whether
It will
we
be,
want it
yeah.
or not,
Yeah.
right?
It
All right,
sucks.
so we got John Krasinski for Wesley.
I think it'd be a good change. It'd be
Tyler,
good
we're going to
flair.
come back to you.
Okay.
All right. You ready? Ready for this? Or did I,
Tyler, we're
Tyler,
going
you
to
got it?
work our way back.
Okay. Tyler?
So I'm.
Yes, you.
Yeah.
You're Tyler. You're
I had a lot of them that I went through for this one, and I'm just gonna go. I don't know, just if he's fresh on the brain, because I just really love Dune so much. But I'm gonna go with Mr. Charming himself, Timothy Chalamet.
I'm in
Oh.
already. I don't care
All right.
who
He's
y'all
too
pick.
young. He's
Timothy
too
Chalamet's
young.
my man.
He's
Is-
fantastic.
I'm for that Tim Shea.
Yeah. That's a tough one. That
That's
is
a good one.
tough.
I think he has the right. He could pull off the charm
Got the hair,
and also kind of seem
Got
a
the hair.
little.
He can be the Dread Pirate Roberts, but he can also
So
be the farm
serious.
boy. He
All
can do them
right.
both.
So
All right,
serious.
Krasinski, Chalamet. Who we got?
Carl Urban.
I like that one.
I mean,
What year, Carl Urban? Where are we at? Are we in Xena and
I mean, you have to
Hercules
cast him
era,
right
or
now.
No,
We're
we're
making the
like-
movie right now.
we're like Riddick. Like
Okay, that middle ground.
that
Okay,
middle
that is
ground.
important. This is
That
a free
because he
reign,
can
yeah.
still do the
Wait,
serious,
when
but he
do we
still
get to-
has that meekness.
We don't
to
get to
him.
time travel. You have to cast the movie tomorrow.
But Cupid and Xena, Carl Urban, and the boys, Carl Urban, are like two different Carl Urbans,
I'm not.
and there's a
I'm
rainbow
not.
in between.
I'm not debating that. I'm saying you can't go back in time and cast. Eomer.
I think he can
Carl
play
Urban.
his.
I think
He
he-
can
I
play.
think
There's
his
only
character.
one Carl Urban
Are
who
you-
exists in this
Are
timeline,
you,
and
are
it's
you saying we
the
can't go
boys
back
one.
in time on an imaginary game we're playing without imaginary
we're-
casting
no,
right
It
now?
that's
is
one of the
actually-
rules.
Actually, it is one of the rules.
It's one of the
It
rules.
is one of the rules.
You have to cast them today.
Okay, either way, Carl
Either
Urban,
way, Carl Urban.
Carl
I
Urban,
think,
John Krasinski, and Timothy Chalamet. Who are we voting for? Let's start with Carl Urban.
Carl Urban,
Carl Urban.
Dread
We
Pirate
got a vote
Roberts.
over it. Two
No,
votes.
two.
over
No,
here, okay.
no.
All right,
No love.
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski.
No.
Sarah, we're gonna need you to
Timothy
step it up.
Chalamet.
Step it up. Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
My vote. My
Real
vote's a
actor
2-2
vote.
push. 2-2 push.
Two to two.
Nope, that was a winner. Timothy Chalamet
It's a
wins.
push.
It's the only one you got to vote.
Speaking of making up your own rules. All right, so we've got our main
got our
two,
leads.
but no Princess Bride movie is complete without a trio of scoundrels.
Yes.
That's for sure. Starting with the one, the only, Mandy Patinkin.
Oh, he's a
replacing
gem.
him as
He's
Inigo
a gem.
Montoya.
I love Mandy Patinkin.
I have a feeling a lot of us would be on the same page because I picked this.
Oh.
I picked these two. There's an obvious pick right now, but maybe
Yes.
I'll get creative. Who did we start? Tyler, you start this one because we started.
I have a feeling I know what one of the picks is going to be, and I was on that person for a little bit, but then I dialed it back and went a little bit different. And my choice for Inigo Montoya is Diego Luna.
Okay.
All right.
I like it.
Okay.
A few things he's in.
Yeah.
He would be you're best known as Andor in he's in the upcoming Andor show, but also in obviously Rogue One, and he's going.
He's
let's see.
done a lot of rom-coms too. Like
That's- He's done a lot of
he's a charming guy.
not English content as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would be great with the accent and everything.
He's not Spanish. He's from Mexico City, but
Right.
Imam Tambien, who's in that.
He's
He's in a lot of
Rogue-
stuff. He's
Rogue
really good.
One.
good one.
Rogue One was his big
That's
one.
what we talk
Yeah.
about.
Rogue One
He's
is-
Andor.
I think that's
I
his
like
lead.
this. I
All
like
right.
this. What do we got over here?
Pedro Pascal.
That
See,
was-
that's
there
I
it
knew
is.
that was going to be the other. That's the one
everything
I thought
from
about and said no.
Game of Thrones. I mean,
all picked
let's
different ones.
let's
The
not.
unbearable weight of massive talent, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean,
He puts himself at a new level.
We'll not look at what Wonder Woman's travesty did to him, but
fair.
Even like when he does his Game of Thrones stuff, that is,
Yeah.
he's got the charismatic.
Is Oberyn?
Yeah,
God, he's really
and
good.
he's got swordplay. That was the kicker.
That's
I
a
had
good
to find
point.
someone that could do swordplay.
That's a good point.
Ah.
All right, Sarah.
I
Can
found
you
someone
trump
with
either one of
swordplay.
these? Who we
I
got?
thought Oscar Isaacs would be a great person
I
for that as
feel
well.
like
After
Oscar
Moon
Isaac
Knight?
and Pedro Pascal are the two obvious
Man,
choices.
it's getting warm up here. The
Ooh.
names y'all are
Getting
saying.
hot. There's gonna be a
Give me
throwdown.
Give me uncomfortable.
We're not going to cast him, but I feel like Oscar Isaac would almost be a better Count Rugen.
He could be a good one.
Could
Yeah.
be. Could be.
All
Yeah,
right,
he-
these
he
are
did that,
three
yeah.
phenomenal picks.
Yes.
So we have Diego here, votes for our first one. Remember? Oh,
We
we
got
got
one.
vote over here.
Diego Luna, there we go.
Two
Oh, yeah,
votes.
Some votes back there.
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal.
One.
One. Come on.
One.
The Mandalorian
My
is.
vote counts because that was my pick. It's in writing. If you
Okay.
don't believe me,
Alright.
so,
So
two.
two,
When do
three.
you get to
What
vote?
is
We got one
happening
right
in
there.
this game?
We got three, four.
Three?
Yes.
Oh,
See,
okay. We'll
I'll
pull my
work for
vote
this
then.
vote, people. You have
Oscar
no
Isaac.
idea.
Oscar Isaac.
Isaacs. All right.
It's a good. This was I think your best pick.
That
I
was-
didn't know there was going to
solid.
be pandering involved to give votes, but
Well,
on
duh.
a panel of men, I'm
Welcome-
not surprised.
Just randomly stop people and say, hey, raise
Welcome
your hand.
to
No, ask no
America
questions.
2022.
There's a lot of.
Yes, I'm going to frown at you if you raise their hand.
Okay,
Don't you
this
dare.
might be one of the more difficult ones, though.
All right.
Or wait, well, this could be a little easier. The next one will be more difficult, but VIZZINI still could be hard. Wallace Shawn, hard to replace here.
Yes.
But-
I think I
Vizzini,
got this one.
I got
The
it.
Sicilian.
I
think we're back to you starting. Yes,
Christopher Walken.
as VIZZINI.
Yes.
That
Could you
would-
imagine sitting down to do a battle of wits with Christopher frickin' Walken?
So never crossed my mind, but I like it. I like it.
hey, you here now with me, a battle of wits. Perfect.
I think it would be good. I think it would change the tone there for sure.
Yes.
Sarah, who you cast?
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage.
Ooh, that's a
Peter
good one.
Dinklage.
That's
That
a great
is-
one.
That is a great one.
I'm good at this. Listen to me.
I do like Peter Dinklage a lot.
Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage.
Any
He
reasoning?
would bring a whole other level of intimidation to that character, a whole other level of wits.
I like it.
And it would really help with the dynamic
Also,
with him and Fezzik.
Everybody remembers
Oh.
like Game of Thrones and Thor, but he was also in Penelope with I think Diego Luna as well, and he does a really good stuff like that. So
does.
you know,
All right.
watch movies, people.
All right,
Call
Tyler.
me Elf again. Okay.
Tyler, sir.
So this one, I went back and forth all over the place, but tried to picture someone who could just, not necessarily the performance or even like the build, the design, but just like whiny, exasperated indignity with like a little bit of inflated self-ego. Maybe not as the person, but just to play that character. And the best I could come up with, I went non-actor, though they have done acting, a stand-up comedian, John Mulaney. VIZZINI.
Okay, yeah,
God,
that's
these are
actually.
some. I never thought of
Wow.
any of
Sorry,
these
I-
three.
that was a love hit. That was good.
All I
never
can
thought
think
of
is
anything.
Spider-Ham on the other
Just
end.
picture John Mulaney getting real worked up and yelling inconceivable.
So
It
I
works.
thought we'd
Damn.
go. I
Yeah.
thought we'd gender flop this with what's her name, Kate Musucci or whatever.
Kate Micucci.
Kate
thank
Micucci,
you.
yeah.
From Garfunkel Notes.
Uh-huh.
Danny DeVito was another
Ah.
pick I thought we'd hear.
No, that's
No.
no.
All right.
After Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I'm
That's fair,
ruined.
that's
I
fair.
can't.
Ironic, yeah.
I can't do it.
So I just started shooting.
Yeah.
Started blasting.
blasting, sorry.
Just started blasting.
All right. Now again. Christopher Walken.
Christopher
at
Walken.
VIZZINI. Who do we have?
VIZZINI.
Christopher Walken.
no,
This is your
love for
first
Walken?
strikeout, man. First strikeout.
Wow,
Peter Dinklage.
That hurts.
I think
Peter
Peter
Dinklage
Dinklage.
is tough. We
I got
one,
one.
Peter
two,
Dinklage.
Three.
We
Thank
got
you.
one, two,
Yeah.
three, four.
Really?
All
You
right.
bastard.
You betrayed me. All right. And then John Mulaney.
John Mulaney.
No,
One,
that's-
two,
I gotta vote-
three.
That was a good one.
That
That
was
is
pretty
pretty good.
close,
That's
but
pretty
Peter
good.
Dinklage is going to take
Peter
it by
Dinklage
one.
is that's a tough order.
All right, that was a
That was-
great round.
that was good.
I like that
That
one.
was hot.
I love the thought y'all put into this. This is solid.
absolutely.
solid.
Yeah.
But now you have to replace Andre the Giant. As
Oh,
Fezzik.
this is
That
easier
one's
than
really
you thought.
hard.
Sarah, you're starting us though.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This was really hard. I went back and forth if we should embrace we should do a wrestler, if we shouldn't. So I decided that we should go with a level of irony and do Jason Momoa because nobody does a caricature of Jason Momoa better than Jason Momoa.
Okay.
And we just invest in a meta type character.
All right.
All right.
Well, all the table taps
That was a hard.
included
That was
in
this
the audio.
one was pretty hard for me.
Driving
It's
the
not my
point
best
home.
choice.
I'm
I'll
with
admit it.
I like it.
All right, Tyler, you're
I feel like
following
I
Jason
feel like
Momoa.
I feel like I went with the obvious choice because it turns out he's an excellent actor, but he is also a wrestler. He's also a big guy. He's not Andre the Giant big, but no one is. But I feel like this is of all the choices. I feel like this is the most obvious one of all the ones I made. But
Say his name.
Dave Bautista.
Batista, Jason Momoa, Dave Batista. All right. What do we have over here on the end?
I went with probably the most unexpected choice, but makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Terry Crews.
Okay.
I see it.
Can't you? I mean, just this delivery,
President
his
Camacho.
size, yes, and him being philosophical.
Yes, if you definitely go.
I could see him
President
doing. I could see him
Camacho.
definitely doing the rhyming thing.
Yes.
Anybody want a peanut?
Exactly, and he's just so charismatic, and he can walk around without a shirt.
Right. So I don't have a vote in this race, or I don't have a horse in this race. Excuse me. And my notes won't update, so I can't remember his name. But the gentleman in the movie Sherlock that he has to fight at the dock. He's in a few other movies, but that really big
the
guy.
big French guy.
Yeah, the big French guy.
Yeah.
I thought would also be a good pick here.
That would be a good pick if I could remember his name.
But let's go down. So we have Jason Momoa first. Who's voting for
It's all
Jason
right.
Momoa?
He
No.
needs a-
Okay,
he needs a
no
win
mimosa.
after-
Out
He needs
there.
a win after Aquaman.
Dave Bautista. Who's got Dave Bautista? We got one,
Got
two,
2,
Three.
3, 4.
three. Where's a four?
That was
Well,
it.
you
They're
can't
going
leave.
back
You have to
there.
vote for me first. You can't leave yet.
Nope. There's another one. Okay.
Don't
Okay.
listen to him. You vote who you want, girl. Get out of here.
All
And
right.
let's unvote him.
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews. See, there we
Terry
are.
Crews. One,
love.
two, three,
Thank you. Nothing
four,
but
five.
love.
Actually, yeah,
Pretty
Terry
good.
Crews
Pretty good.
pulls in the
Pretty
lead
good.
there.
Terry Crews.
All right. I'm actually, as much as I was like, we could never remake this movie. I'm starting to see a
Nope,
cast come
nope,
together
nope.
that I'd be worth watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm in.
So we're gonna leave the book a little bit because, as we all know, this is a book.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna head into who's telling the story. Peter Falk played the grandfather. I believe Tyler, you kicked this one off.
I'm gonna cheat on this one, and like if I don't win this one with this pick, it's
It's an
it's
easy
a rigged.
pick.
It's a little bit of a cheat.
Okay.
We talked about earlier how you can't replace him. We're not going to replace him. We're just going to move him over a little bit because he now, in his later years,
is exactly.
exudes severe grandfather energy. As the grandfather, I'm picking Mandy Patinkin.
Yeah,
Ah.
Wow.
easy pick. Easy pick. You've seen
The sucker punch.
what was that? The Amazon movie that he played the grandfather
Yep.
in.
Oh, that Wild West one?
No, the one with Oscar Isaac and about half the names we've listed on
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Life Itself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he was fantastic, and that's, I think, a good pick. All right, over on the end.
You can't go wrong with this guy. And if you put his name on anything, it's money immediately. Tom Hanks.
It is money for sure, and I could see Tom Hanks in this
You
too.
know, especially with him playing Geppetto in the new live-action Pinocchio.
Good point.
And him grandfathering up a little bit.
Oh, there we go. He's
Telling
already
you.
rehearsed.
He's already put in the time.
All right, Sarah, can you top Tom Hanks and Mandy Patinkin?
I think I can. This one is a little bit of a wild card, and we're playing a little bit of, creativity here with the casting and the timeline. But I think America and UK's grandfather, Jason Sudeikis, would make a great narrator for this story.
If you take it from the
Listen,
narrating aspect,
Maybe.
yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know if I got
I don't
the
know.
age thing
Yeah,
going.
I'm
there,
not-
I think in 20
It's a
years
bold
he can
pick.
do some
It's a-
Peter Falk energy, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
This
It's a bold
is,
pick.
Are we going to punch him in the face first? And I got a
It's a bold
2.
You
pick.
guys
Cat,
are
let's-
casting the show like this is the early 1990s, and this is a new world. I need you guys to catch up to modern casting. This is a world of Hamilton and In the Heights, and I need everybody to wake up a little bit here.
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought for a hot second about casting as Inigo Lin-Manuel. Just for a hot second.
Lin-Manuel.
Okay. All right.
You can rap in it.
Let's start here. Mandy Patinkin as the grandfather.
That's
originally
the-
played
that's the
Inigo.
easy- he's
1, 2,
originally-
3,
yeah,
4,
yeah.
5. All right.
That's too good.
That's pretty solid. Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Come on. Nobody loves Tom Hanks.
got- we
Okay.
got one.
gotta
Everyone
pick
loves
one.
Tom
One.
Hanks.
Everybody loves Tom Hanks.
1, and we are going with Jason Sudeikis.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Jason Sudeikis.
No,
I
no.
said it seriously. I had.
You brought that one on yourself, Sarah. I'm sorry.
Listen,
that one
I
hurt.
All white
appreciate
men
Sarah.
telling me, like-
Bonus points for the boldness there, for to taking it off course.
We're going to get electrocuted. You know that, right?
Right. She has the ability
She
to
is
do
going
so.
to fry
All right,
us.
but the grandfather has to read to somebody.
Oh, this is
Oh.
hard.
This one's probably hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stranger Things, too old now. Kids are too old.
Too old.
Are there other children actors besides Stranger Things?
Besides that poor
There
girl
are.
that can't run in
there are.
Obi-Wan.
There are. I believe you did first this time, so I believe we're back to you for
Oh,
first,
man.
Mr. Smurf.
You know, I know I'm going to get ridiculed, and I will die on this sword. Just give Corey Haim another job. Just, put Corey Haim in bed, and it's either that or a McCulkin we haven't discovered yet at this point. So
Corey Haim. All right.
Corey Haim.
80s star, so he's I think he could pull off.
I think he could.
Preteen.
We're not getting the Goonies reunion. We'll just recast
Okay.
him. In with
Okay, we went bold there. All right, Sarah, who are you putting?
Okay, so
Sick
I
in
actually
bed.
know a lot of child stars because I have children, so I watch a lot of that programming. However, doing the show, I realized that especially Disney, they've kind of created this like child star machine where they all kind of have like they can sing, they can dance, they kind of all became the same. So you know what? I'm already losing, so screw it. I'm gonna just make my own rules because whatever. I thought that. In the 90s, Frankie Muniz would have been a good part for that role because I don't know anybody right now. I think it's going to be an undiscovered
I think
star.
Frankie
or-
Muniz still might work.
Oh, no, don't do that. It's not funny.
I love it. He's great. He's great. He's an actor. We can
They're
pick on him.
recording this, Iggy. Don't make Frankie
We
Muniz
can
jokes.
pick on the
You
actor.
can do this.
You're
All right,
Frankie
Tyler.
Muniz fans.
You have.
I mean, I feel like
All you have to do is pick a kid.
I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna win by default because I'm the one person to pick someone under the age of like 30 something.
Yeah.
Again, like we said, we had a hard time coming up with child actors, so I just thought about recent movies that had child stars in them, and then I ended up stumbling on one who I think will actually work super well,
right.
and that actor is Archie Yates. And if you're unfamiliar with them, probably best known as the best friend in Jojo Rabbit, the little pudgy kid who keeps showing up with
Big
the little
glasses.
glasses.
Isn't he too old
It's
now,
a bad.
though?
It's a bad time to be a Nazi.
Yes.
He said
Yes.
he's carrying the thing, and he's the robot
No,
suit.
it's a good pick.
Archie
Okay.
Yates is my pick.
All right.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
He's
no,
at least age appropriate.
He is age. I mean,
He's borderline.
No
he's
Jason.
closer than either of your two picks.
Right? No Jason Tremblay or the kid from Good Boys. He was in Doctor Sleep, the kid that gets tortured.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about him. I also thought about the main child from Jojo Rabbit, whose name is escaping me now.
He would have been a good pick too.
But I think Archie Yates is the go-to.
All right, Corey Haim. Anybody?
Corey Haim.
Anybody?
I know.
Don't.
I know.
Frankie Muniz.
Don't.
Archie Yates.
One by default.
Yeah.
All right.
take
Like I
it.
said, I'd die.
I'll
I'll
take
take
it.
it. All right, fine.
So here's the thing. I kind of stopped there on the slideshow because I was worried. We have a lot of talkers on stage, so I was worried. But we've killed it.
Yeah.
We've killed it.
We
So the,
need. a
I want to
villain, though.
cast another person.
the
We got one more
slideshow's going to
person.
stop.
Yeah,
but
we
we're
had-
going to keep going. We've got
Okay.
time.
We
We've
got
got time.
Yeah.
We got time.
Did we want to start? Y'all brought him up a lot. Did we want to start with Miracle Max?
Yes.
Oh.
No.
No?
I got Humperdinck. I haven't
Let's
thought
go
of-
Prince Humperdinck.
We can
first.
just say
Prince
our own.
Humperdinck.
It's not a couple. We can just say who we casted.
Well,
Did
no,
you
let's
not do
no. We're all
Humperdinck?
going to go
I got
Prince
Humperdinck.
Humperdinck.
You didn't do Miracle Max?
Are you
I can
comfortable?
come up with
We
No,
can
we're
just
going to
say
do
our
Humperdinck.
own. We can
I
just
have to
say
go
our own
last for
stuff.
Humperdinck. So I'm gonna have to
Okay.
think
It's
about
not a real competition. No one's winning a car.
Okay,
We can
Humperdinck.
just talk.
Sarah, who's playing your Prince Humperdinck? On the fly.
On the fly?
On the fly.
Oh, snaps. What's his face? Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth, yeah. He
Okay.
plays a good satirical, him or Chris Pine, they've done some theater stuff where they play really good.
Okay.
I'm a real nerd. I listen to theater. They've done some good stuff like that, yeah. So I think we should go like a good, like, because back in the day, that square jaw, that 80s hair, now that satirical beauty is
Chris
like
Hemsworth's
a
a
bleach
solid
bomb
pick.
boy.
Yeah.
It's just something like that, you know? A classic Gaston type, but for
All
this
right.
era.
All right. You want to go last? So
I mean,
Smurf-
I can go now. I think
Okay,
I came up with
okay.
it. So now that I'm thinking about it, someone who can do that Chris Sarandon channel, that pompous, like, solid energy, similar to like his role in, say, Not Another Teen Movie or Knives Out. Chris Evans in
Yeah.
full like douchebag mode.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
You ever go back and watch another teen movie after seeing the Avengers and just watching Chris Evans?
Fantastic.
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott, he's great in Scott
He's
Pilgrim.
I mean,
Great.
yes,
Scott
it's,
Pilgrim.
yeah, that's he does that. He
Brandon
does that
Ruth?
pompous
Yeah, that's
asshole.
another one.
really well.
Hemsworth and Evans, great picks.
Sam Rockwell.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Sam
Yeah.
Rockwell.
Because we need the cowardly kind of like, okay, and just Sam can bounce so sporadically and be confident, and then just kind of just be zany, and I think Sam Rockwell. Could,
I like all three. This is another one where I
Good.
like all
It's good
three.
riffing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the
That's a
same we had with
professional
VIZZINI. We had 3 solid picks, and yeah.
Yeah.
I would have also thought, Henry Cavill. He definitely looks the
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
He's just too big. You're not going to beat Henry Cavill in a fight. And I don't see Henry Cavill like just sitting down all prim and properly after like, okay. You know,
That's
when
fair.
he calls his bluff.
That's fair, but we also have Thor and Captain
there's
America.
No such
on
thing
the
as
team.
That's
being
true.
too big, so I think Henry Cavill is just fine. From my perspective.
I mean, a man
Pretty
called
perfect.
or a man of Uncle, man from Uncle. He's absolutely amazing
All right.
in that.
I love that movie. Humperdinck, we have Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, it's all
Votes,
right.
we got one over here.
Yeah,
We've got Chris Evans.
yeah, that's
Oh,
a good one.
enthusiastic votes.
Love it.
1,
I
2,
mean, I
3,
think they just
4.
heard the name Chris
Somebody
Evans.
walking by gave
Yeah.
us a thumbs up.
We should have put the
we
Chris,
got it.
dang it.
Yeah.
And we have Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell. Come on.
One,
Yeah.
Couple,
Then give me
couple.
some love. Sam
Two,
Rockwell.
support.
My boyfriend Hitman. That's a great film with him.
It
The
is a
Red
good one.
Nose.
We have a winner, though, with
That
a
was
Chris
good.
Evans. You sold it on the Knives Out, really, because the
Yeah.
way he is in Knives Out.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
ransom, it's perfect.
Yes.
It is.
All right. So that was Humperdinck. Where do we want to go next? Did we want
I
to
feel
go
like we
to
got to go Miracle Max.
We gotta
Miracle
do it.
Max,
That's one of the most famous lines from the movie.
as
He's-
made famous by Billy
By
Crystal?
Billy
Yeah.
Crystal.
All right.
This one might feel like the hardest one to like.
Yeah.
Well, you're our starter.
It's
so
iconic.
Because
Tyler,
my,
you
my
kick this
pick
round
is
off.
dead. I can't do my pick.
So with this one, I went. I stayed in the vein of Billy Crystal with a stand-up comedian and someone who can do that like kind of really cranky, angry at the world energy, who's like been beaten down by life and has given up, but has one last chance, but he's only powered by spite at this point. And that person is WTF's own Mark Maron.
Okay.
Okay.
Mark Maron. Interesting.
For
If you don't know
television,
who
you
he
may
is,
know him from Sort of Truth, Glow.
Glow, yeah.
Whoa, yeah,
a lot of
there you
other
go. That's a good
things.
one.
All right.
Same vein, same thought. Twice as angry though. Lewis Black. He played
good one.
anger.
Okay.
And could you just see him just so pissed off at the prince? Lewis Black. I mean,
Lewis Black's a good
All right,
one.
I think I have the angriest one of them all.
All right.
Oh.
Because she's a gay woman in America who's also a stand-up comedian and has also played wacky miracle people before because she was also the new Miss Frizzle, Kate McKinnon. We do a plot twist, modern miracle
like it.
Maxine. Psh, psh, ah.
I like it.
Oh my gosh, she's so good. Thank you. What a great pick. Oh my
Hey.
God, thank you.
That's a solid pick.
McKinnon always gets my vote.
Yeah.
And you might get some Av fans to just pick McKinnon because it's McKinnon.
Yeah.
So
Because it's McKinnon.
there
Kate
you go.
McKinnon. She's my crush.
I mean, you can literally pick Kate McKinnon for about any role and be like, yeah, she's
I picked her
probably
for Beetlejuice last year.
You did
so,
do that.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
a real
she
thing that
saved
happened.
She'd be a good
Ghostbusters,
little
so, I
cameo
mean-
in that, for sure.
All right,
I
we
think
got
she-
Mark Maron. One.
One.
I feel like I went too obscure with that one.
Yeah.
All right,
that's a-
Lewis
That's a good
Black.
pick.
Lewis
If you know the
Black.
character.
One. All right, I got one.
I have a feeling we have
yeah, we're gonna
Kate
lose.
McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
Yeah,
That's a good pick. Good
I
pick.
make choices.
All right.
an
we
adult. I
can
make
still
choices.
burn a few more minutes. So before we let the audience start picking, any other characters
I'm
that
trying to
y'all had
think.
in mind?
There's
The albino.
Count Rugen, the
The
albino,
six-fingered man.
six-fingered man.
I want to put.
the what's
The
his
albino
the
torturer.
clergyman.
I was gonna say,
Marriage,
really?
sweet
Yeah.
I was
marriage.
gonna say that should be Mandy Patinkin.
That
Like,
should-
No,
but-
he's definitely the
no,
grandfather.
because that, like,
No,
the
if
thing
you're
with those
if you're gonna
reboots is
bring
you have
if you're gonna
tiny-
bring if you're gonna bring back someone from the original movie to play the clergyman, then that's the Billy Crystal one.
Yeah.
Just
But
super
you're
old
gonna have him
lady.
come back and play
I think
another old
Mandy.
man.
I'm with Sarah on this one. Patinkin could be a good.
No, it's a good
clergy.
nod. You don't want to be too on the nose. You got to be genteel.
I don't. Did you see
Gentile
Life itself?
Sir
Be
Tyler.
Like he's
obscure
pretty.
for the
it's all
sake.
good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're just arguing now. So we have a microphone. Yes, we do out there on the floor.
Look at that.
We've had a lot
Look
of
at that.
engagement here. We want to hear. You
Please.
heard a lot of characters. We can even throw them back
Please.
up on the slideshow if you want.
Or you can ask
Our-
us to on the fly cast another movie if you're freaking out a little bit about
which, by the way,
questions.
before we get there, I want to say our wonderful producers here aside who are producing every podcast all weekend on the stage. Round of applause
These
for the
guys,
duo over here
guys.
throwing
Yes.
this
These
together.
guys.
Working in the trenches.
They had a lot of votes actually, so if y'all want to speak up too, if you got some in mind, we would like to hear from anybody, everybody.
Has anyone, while thinking about it now, come up with a better one than the one they had? I don't know.
I
All
don't
right,
know.
you guys,
No
you
other
got me.
picks?
I'll sing.
No, I'm pretty comfortable with mine.
Okay, so do we? I don't.
Just
My
just throw
my
it at
keyboard
us.
broke. It's not working.
What's the matter?
It's not going anywhere. It's frozen.
And
So
it's
we are
dead.
not going back through the slides here until I disconnect from here, but it's fine.
Oh man.
I was gonna say I
Do
think
we
our
have
cast.
slides this whole time?
Yeah.
Is there a whole show I'm not seeing? Are you guys seeing like a whole show over there?
Yeah.
Shut the front door.
Well, I
Yeah.
came
Look
prepared.
at you.
We
I
are a
Guys,
full
look at
Multimedia
this.
presentation.
I am a businessman.
Oh
full
my God.
entertainment
Do this.
center. What was this?
To my nerdy glasses push up
Okay.
because I
Actually.
presentation. Let me tell you
actually.
about Excel spreadsheets. I do love me some. Woo.
We've got a conchu.
I'm pretty excited about those Excel.
Love it.
I am
Okay.
definitely.
Can
All right.
I ask a question to the panel here?
Yes,
hear it.
Of this
please.
very diverse group of people I'm with.
Our
Okay.
very diverse group of white
You're
men
not
in
wrong.
bow
You're not,
ties.
you're not wrong.
I
All
could
right.
say
I'm
without
an
a
East
doubt
Coaster,
that I
does
would
that count?
I would never because I would never have to put my life on
I'm just
pause.
gonna. I'm just. Never mind. All right. So.
It's the best. It's one of the best
All right.
episodes
So
of
we
BoJack.
all have that one show or book or whatever that we grew up with. We all know it. I'm speaking to everybody here.
Princess
that
Bride.
You always. That we always knew, like, oh, I wish they would just make a movie of this, or they did make a movie of it, and
okay.
it was terrible because in your mind you had the perfect version. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what is that one story that you feel like nobody has discovered yet, or that one story that you would redo because it's that movie that, like, that gusto, that thing
So
that keeps you driving?
Who should we cast or recast next? Is
Well,
basically what you're asking.
Give me first. How
but
about-
not that. I'm but saying like what title should
Wouldn't
we
it
do?
be cool if maybe I had a plan for this question? If you would just answer
Well,
the first
Sarah,
part, it would take
Sarah,
us to the
why
next
don't
step of the
you,
podcast because you clearly have run out of things to talk about, sir. So answer my question.
Sarah.
Wow.
And the table. who
I'm
is
glad that that's
Don't bang the
just a
table.
fan.
Sarah's sidekick.
that off
Did
there.
you have an answer to that?
I did actually.
What is your answer?
Of course. What is it? The end of. It's not the end of. Oh, A Childhood's End. But they did a sci-fi version of that. I still think it could be a really great movie, but it's super obscure. So I was hoping maybe you guys had some pretty good high-end ones. It's a sci-fi one.
Audience, is there a book or a not so good? We got it. We did have a hand go up immediately. Working their way to the microphone, and while they're working their way to the microphone,
There
you
we
gentlemen
go.
are thinking
I inspired
right.
something, hopefully. Thank you, Blackbeard.
Yes.
Hi.
Edward Teach, nice to see you. Thank you.
All right.
you. The Lunar Chronicles was a great book series, YA sci-fi book series. Came out right around the same time as.
Closer, babe.
Say it one more time because the speakers are pointing that way, so we didn't hear you very well.
Gotcha. The Lunar Chronicles
Okay.
was a book series that came out right around the same time as like the Hunger Games, Divergent, Twilight. There was this big YA boom, and they just skipped over the like only good sci-fi one. They got the Hunger Games was like dystopian, and this was like it's so good, and they just like we missed the moment for it.
Okay, give me a quick description of like the main character and the sidekick, and we can kind of see if we can guess off of what you're telling me.
Okay. So it's a retelling of fairy tales in a sci-fi setting. So the
Love
main character, her name is Cinder, and it's a play on Cinderella.
Rapunzel. Oh, Cinderella.
And
yes,
she's a cyborg, and instead of losing her shoe at the ball, she loses her whole ass foot.
Kate McKinnon.
Full robot.
That is
Kate
amazing.
McKinnon.
It's
That is
cool.
a Kate
It's
McKinnon.
cool as
I'm
hell.
here
Right?
for it. I'm here for it.
Okay, got it. Okay, so kind of a Treasure Planet vibe I'm getting a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ooh, I
yeah,
didn't
very
like the
fun.
Treasure
And
Planet.
then, gosh, there's like a whole crew of characters that are like all on the spaceship, and they, spoiler alert, the last book, they have to overthrow the evil queen who rules the moon. So they go to the moon and they like
Awesome.
overthrow the moon
I'm
government.
the moon.
Wow.
I'm here
Okay.
for overthrowing moon queens.
This
Let's
seems
do
like this
it.
could
Yeah.
be like a
I'm in.
good, like, you guys, I don't know if you watch the Sci-Fi Channel.
This is the
how,
next
like,
MCU.
how Sci-Fi will release like a bunch of bad movies, then once a year there's like that one movie where they put all their money in, or that one series.
Oz.
Maybe
That
the
eats
Lunar
up the budget
Chronicles
for
is going to
everything
be one of
else.
those things.
I
That's
got.
pretty good.
I think it could work.
Okay, so a cyborg Cinderella princess
I
who's
can't-
about to conquer the moon. Don't just keep saying Kate McKinnon for everything, Iggy.
I could
Have
say.
some diversity in your answers.
This is a good one. Cyborg. Is she like younger?
Yeah, what's the
Cinderella
age?
vibe? Like.
She, I believe, is canonically 17 in the first
Okay.
book, and then by
Oh,
the
so
last
Millie
book,
Bob,
she's like
Bobby
20.
11.
Oh, Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
she could carry that. That might be a good one.
This might be an Anna Taylor-Joy, actually.
Yeah,
I'm
that
actually,
would-
I'm going.
yeah.
I'm thinking the person in my mind, it's too old, but has already done like Replicant and some other sci-fi stuff. But I'm in a most recently Station 11 is Mackenzie Davis. That's who I'm
Yeah,
feeling
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Well, I'm with Anna Taylor-Joy because One Night in Soho, that whole movie and everything, and her dance scene with Matt Smith and
The hair, the singing.
hair,
yeah.
and she's
Could really.
Actually
vibe.
spectacular.
Those are really good books. You should
Yeah.
copyright whatever you just said. Send it into Sony.
Yeah.
I'm coming for you, Marissa Myers.
There you go.
There it
Really.
is.
Thank you
Okay.
so much. Thank you.
The one that I'm surprised they've never done is Discworld. I mean, there's been
There's been-
BBC
That's
made.
hard.
Well,
I know there's
so
like
hard.
four
Sky
shows.
made
4.
Light Fantastic. They made the
The
what do you call it?
Hogfather.
They made the Hogfather. They made
Color of Magic.
Color of Magic. They made both of those, and then they also did. Sean Astin was actually Two Flower
Yep.
in those. Then they also did Going Postal.
Yep.
And then they had that TV show, The Watch, which wasn't really,
really,
Discworld.
but, I mean-
but if you've seen the trailer, they are working on it. There's an animated one coming out this year of Amazing Maurice and His Educated Rodents, which looks really
what year
good.
did Discworld come out?
Well, the very first Discworld book came out in the late 80s, but there
Yeah.
was 42 of the novels, not counting the young adult ones with Tiffany Aiken.
I was just trying to figure out why I'd never heard of it before. Thank you.
Really,
Never
I mean,
Discworld is
before,
great.
I mean,
so many good
a
books.
lot
in
of
that
people
series.
haven't heard of him, but before Harry Potter came around, he was the best-selling living
Right.
British
Oh, it
author.
came out before Harry Potter? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, because once Harry Potter came out, like,
Yeah, it killed it.
you bet.
You've never read Terry
Andy
Pratchett?
Weir's, Andy Weir's second novel was
Artemis?
Artemis.
No, not okay, not Andy
It's
Weir's.
definitely Artemis.
Yeah, Color
That's the
Magic.
name of it.
Color
You're
Magic
thinking
first.
of the
Klein's second novel,
Ernest Cline's second
Yes.
novel. It's the
Oh.
Armada.
Yeah.
Armada, which is you didn't like it?
No.
I loved it.
It's not.
It's
It's
horrible.
essentially.
No.
It reminded me of The Last Starfighter.
It's a bad version of
It
The Last
is
Starfighter.
such
It's
a-
literally The Last
it's a
Starfighter,
low
but not
budget.
good.
I think it
Last
could have
I
made
can say
it could have made a
words,
good
too.
movie. I think it could have
Just-
made a good
just
movie.
It
remake Last
probably could
Starfighter.
have maybe made a good movie, but
Scott Bakula's the dad.
All right.
I mean, Mackenzie
All right.
Davis definitely the girl in
Yes.
the leather
Yeah.
jacket,
Yes.
for sure.
I mean, the two friends that are like kind of weird that he meets would be like Dave Franco and
Okay.
Pretty Boy. What's his name? Dave Franco's friend
Pretty
and
boy,
like
yeah.
neighbors. and
Pretty
stuff.
boy.
Zac Efron?
Thank you, Zac Efron.
Okay.
I love how
sorry.
Dave Franco's the one you couldn't come up with, not Zac Efron.
Listen, I feel bad about it. I love.
Do we have a
missing Zac
question?
Efron.
Do you have a comment?
We have someone up here who's
We have
gonna-
another
Yes.
suggestion.
I just wanted to say hi to Sarah.
Hi, Tim.
How's it going?
Hi.
Oh,
You guys, I'm
You have
pretty
fans.
popular. Look
You
at
have
all these
fans.
people
You're like, I wonder if my
know.
neighbors know I'm a celebrity.
Kind of a big deal.
I think we're good at time. So on the way out, let's talk about our podcast to get everybody paying attention. So if they'd liked us or if they didn't like us and want to troll us,
They
here
know
we go.
they know where to avoid
Right.
us.
Smurf, where can they find you? And
I do a weekly podcast called The Weekend Geek Update on 5280geek.com, Facebook 5280geek, Podbean 5280geek, Weekend Geek Update, interviews with celebrities, national, local, and my take on geeky news and topics.
awesome. Sarah, where can they find you on Project Nerd?
Yes. So. Just bear with me here.
The
You
other
two in the
title.
front,
You can do
wait,
the alternate
no.
title.
So I have a podcast called The G Spot. The G is for geek, and it is we discuss a lot of more political, women's rights. I am a white passing Hispanic woman, so I talk about cultural differences, things like that. It is very educational, be very intense, but we do everything in the veil under nerd pop culture, so it's palpable, so we can handle hot, sensitive subjects in a palatable way.
Yes.
So please check it out. I think especially now it'd be really important for us to start really building each other up. Thank you.
Cool. Tyler, where are they finding you?
All over the Project Nerd Podcast Network, project-nerd.com, on Podbean, on YouTube, but most typically on things like Press Play, I guess would be the new flagship of kind of like the Project Nerd Network, or what's
You've contested on the Last Word.
Last
few
Word
times.
a couple
Both
times.
did. Yeah, Sarah
Maybe
as well.
if we bring back some other shows like High Fives, things like that, keep an eye out for that sort of stuff. But we'll
Yeah.
see.
Perfect. Awesome. And then obviously, as Tyler said, we are Project Nerd. That's project-nerd.com, our hub for where everything is. You can also find us over at C22, right next to the gaming area, just on the other side of this wall. And you can find some of us for Press Play right back here at 5 o'clock today. And we will be closing this mother down tomorrow as well. So once again, Project Nerd. And round of applause for the community,
Yes.
the people putting the community area together. All of
Applause
these
for the
organizations
staff.
you love,
Applause
as
for
well
the
as this
staff.
community
Yeah.
stage. Great show. It's so
Yeah,
great to be back
there's-
at Comic-Con.
And there's so many
Who
more.
won?
Yeah.
I quit.
Thank you, thank you, volunteers.
We
The
didn't keep
reason why
track.
we have-
I really think
Everyone's
you
a
did.
winner
I
here,
think you
guys.
did.
Everyone's a winner
We're
here.
all winners. You all get participation.
But also
ribbons.
spend more time here at the community. There's a lot more podcasts and groups coming up throughout the weekend. Great shows. So
Yes.
do
Bye,
it.
everybody.